It's alive! I bought a new lens. Hi there, I'm Peter Forsgaard, an Olympus Visionary from Helsinki, Finland. And if you like my stuff, please consider subscribing to my channel. And I've been lucky, there's been lots and lots of new subscribers, so welcome all of you, and I'm really happy and so thankful for you being here in my channel. My channel is all about you getting to be a better photographer, and I hope that I will live up to the expectations that the new subscribers have. I know my stuff is mostly about Olympus, but in between there's also something about photography, because it actually doesn't matter what kind of camera you use. But let's go and see what kind of lens did I get. The lens that I got is a SLR Magic 25mm T0.95 HyperPrime Cine Mark II. The T stands for transmission. The T value tells you exactly the amount of light that goes through the lens. F number is only a theoretical number, and the F number comes from focal length. And as I said in the beginning, this is a Cine lens, which actually means that it's made for video. And usually in video lenses they use the value T, because it used to be so that when making films you needed to have more precise aperture than when making photographs. It was easier to correct the slight difference between F number and T number when making images. But as I said, filmmaking, it's more crucial, and they still use so-called Cine lenses which has a T value. And another great thing about this is that the aperture ring doesn't make any clicking sound. It's smooth. So if I need to change the exposure during video, I can do it with this. It's a nice and smooth movement when you either open up the aperture or stop it down. The transition is smooth. Even though I got this lens for video work, I'm curious how it performs when taking photographs. And let's go and do some images. I didn't mention this before, but this is a manual focus lens. So if you're not familiar with focusing manually, it might be a little hard to focus with this lens. But luckily with Olympus, there are some things that can help. You can use focus peaking on your manual focusing lenses. And if you don't know how to do that, check out this video that I made about how to set it up for manual focus lenses so that you can use focus peaking. This lens feels a little heavy, and it has a very solid build, and it feels really good. So I'm really happy about this lens so far. Remember that this is not a dust and weatherproof lens, so if it's a rainy weather, I wouldn't recommend using it. I got this lens used, and it was a reasonable price, and I'm very happy to find it. And remember, when buying used gear, always test the gear before you pay it, and unless you trust the seller 110%. It's getting a bit cold here, and all the construction noise is getting louder and louder. So let's go back to my office and see what the images look like, and make a little closer look of the image quality of this lens. Okay, here we are back at my office, and let's go to the computer and check out what the images look like. Okay, let's start with an image of a brick wall that was in the area. As you can see, there is quite a lot of distortion and vignetting in the edges. And this image was taken wide open, so it's 0.95. The distortion and vignetting can be fixed in Lightroom. You put here around, let's try 5. Yeah, it's good. It's pretty good enough. And then the distortion, let's try 66 and what it works like. And now you can see it's gone. Let's go back. This is 0 and this is 66. There you can see the difference. And now the vignetting is almost fixed. And if you don't want to fix the vignetting, we can see what the image looks like when it's taken with f2.8 or actually t2.8. The vignetting is gone. Of course, the edges aren't sharp, but in the middle it's quite sharp. No problem with that. But of course, I did not get this lens for its great sharpness. I got this lens because of its character. So far, what I've seen, I like the character quite a lot. And here you can see another image. This is straight out of the camera, and as you can see, it lacks a little contrast, but this was a very good way of showing the bokeh. There are some oncoming cars and some street lights that was in the background, and it's quite pleasing. And I'm quite happy with this new lens that I got, or actually it was used, but anyways, new for me. But hey, thanks for watching and bye for now. No, it didn't die, I just turned it off.